The power struggle in the Middle East, understanding the conflict between Saudi Arabia and Iran. The Middle East has long been a region of conflict and power struggles. One of the most significant ongoing rivalries is between Saudi Arabia and Iran. These two Muslim-majority countries have a complex history and are engaged in a battle for influence and control in the region. The historical context, Shia-Sunni divide and geopolitical importance. 2. Understand the conflict between Saudi Arabia and Iran, we must first examine the historical context. The divide between Sunni and Shia Muslims plays a crucial role in this rivalry. In the Middle East, the majority of countries have Sunni Muslim majorities, while Iran, Iraq, and Yemen have significant Shia Muslim populations. Iran, being predominantly Shia, has often found itself at odds with the Sunni-dominated countries in the Middle East. Iran's strategic location and vast reserves of oil and natural gas have made it a target for superpowers throughout history. Throughout history, external powers have played a significant role in the power struggle between Saudi Arabia and Iran. The Anglo-Persian Oil Company, later renamed British Petroleum, secured rights to Iranian oil reserves, further exacerbating the power dynamics in the region. In the 1950s, Iran's Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh nationalized the country's oil industry, prompting economic sanctions from the United States and the United Kingdom. The 1979 Islamic Revolution in Iran, led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, overthrew the Shah and established an Islamic theocracy. This marked a significant turning point in the power struggle between Saudi Arabia and Iran, as Iran's new leadership opposed the influence of Western nations, particularly the United States. The Islamic Revolution in Iran shifted the balance of power in the Middle East. Iran's new leadership rejected the concept of monarchy and sought to establish an Islamic rule governed by Sharia law. The ideological differences between the two countries, combined with regional power dynamics, fueled their rivalry. Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, maintained its support for Sunni governments and opposed Iran's growing influence. The Iran-Iraq War and proxy conflicts. The power struggle between Saudi Arabia and Iran escalated with the outbreak of the Iran-Iraq War in 1980. During the war, Iran faced opposition not only from Iraq, but also from neighboring Arab countries, which saw Iran's revolutionary ideology as a threat. In recent years, Iran's nuclear ambitions have become a significant point of contention in the power struggle with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia and Israel, both staunch allies of the United States, have also expressed their opposition to Iran's nuclear ambitions. In the face of sanctions and regional opposition, Iran has continued to support its proxies, such as Hezbollah and Hamas, to project its influence and challenge the status quo. The power struggle between Saudi Arabia and Iran is deeply rooted in historical, religious, and geopolitical factors. As the Middle East continues to grapple with political and social changes. The power struggle between Saudi Arabia and Iran shows no signs of abating. The balance of power in the region remains fragile, with both countries vying for influence and control. The resolution of this conflict will require a nuanced understanding of the complex dynamics at play and a commitment to dialogue and diplomacy.